Hi, it's Steve with Finding Men's Peace, and how are you doing out there? Hey, as the title of the video implies, um, one key to helping men reduce the stress in their lives is the friendships that they have with other men. And so this probably comes as a surprise to you. It did to me when I first heard this, and but it makes a lot of sense now that once you sit down and think about it. Um, And the reason it might be a surprise is that in today's society, men are so often um, kind of like the lone wolf. They exist on their own. They don't run in packs. They don't ask for help, especially not asking for help for other men from other men. They don't talk really about anything as far as like key um, deeper type topics, and so hearing that men really need those friendships with other men and it's a way that they can reduce stress can be a surprise, but it is so crucial. You look at women, chances are the women in your life have a lot of other women friends, and they spend a lot of time talking with them, and that helps them reduce stress. Well, it's just as important for men. Men are not naturally um, not naturally lone wolves. They're not naturally the strong silent type either. Those are things that our society has created. Not it's not Those are not natural traits, and men need those relationships with other men. They are crucial, and one benefit you get from them is they reduce stress. Um, so, and I would go as far as to say, if you are not nurturing relationships with male friends, you are probably relying on the women in your life to take on the burden of being the one that you unload your issues on. And I'm not saying that it's not important for you to talk to the women in your lives about the things that are on your mind, because it is. It is. But you need to have men to talk to about those things too. Men are going to provide you with feedback that's going to be different than the type of feedback women can give, because other men have that male experience. They have that. They can relate from a man's perspective to what you're doing, and they're going to give you a different type of feedback. There are certain things that a partner in a relationship really can't say. For first of all, because if you're in a relationship with a woman, they don't have that perspective of what it's like to be in your shoes on certain things. Um, Second of all, uh, it's a pretty touchy subject sometimes for what it is that might be on your mind that you need help with. It might actually involve them, and sometimes you need someone else's perspective to help you out. So that's how those relationships with other men are beneficial, help you reduce stress. When you reduce stress in your own life, you're actually reducing the stress on the others that you love, and so your relationships start going better. Not only your relationships with your significant others, but your relationships at work, your relationships with other family members, etc. So again, key relationships, solid friendships with other men is key. So what can you do about that? Well, think about who your best friends are. Who are your best male friends, and spend more time with them. Try to allot a couple of hours a week to spend specifically with your best male friends, and make those conversations deep. Don't make them competitive. Get together for an activity maybe, but talk. Talk about things. Communicate. Also, think about beyond your best friend relationships. Who are the men in your life who have your back, and vice versa, you have their back. Those are the men that are there for you. If they have your back, then they have your back no matter what, and they should be willing and will be willing to talk with you about whatever's on your mind, whatever's causing you stress. It will go a long way. I highly recommend it. So the those, and if you don't have that pack of guys to have your back, or you don't have a best friend, well, we'll start looking for ways to find one. Join a men's group. That's a way to meet other men. And men's groups are there. I'm offering some of them. Join a men's group in order to get to know men better and find some friends. There are things you can do to find friends. That's just one. What's your hobby? If it's a hobby where you can get together and there are other men that like that hobby, chances are you'll meet some men that way. But that way you've got those male friends that will help you reduce stress because you can talk to them about things. So that's just one way that men can reduce the stress in their lives. There are so many. This is one, and it is key, that relationship with other men. However, there are so many more, and so I invite you to sign up for my free opt-in video, Breaking the Stress Cycle, the 4 keys to moving from overwhelm to ease. It's all about how you can reduce the stress and move from overwhelm to ease in your life. So I encourage you to download that. I invite you to download that. It will make a world of difference for you. Congratulations on making that step, taking that step to download that video and learn what you can do to reduce the stress in your life, which will have so many benefits for you later. I look forward to hearing how it goes and how your life starts to change for the better as you start reducing your stress following some of those tips. I break it into 4 main categories, but there are actually, I think, around 15 different things that I provide you as possible ideas for how you can reduce the stress in your life. If you're watching on either Facebook or YouTube, the link is in the comments in order to download that video. If you're watching on Facebook, the link is in my bio, so you can download the video from my bio. So that's everything. Thanks for listening to this video. Thank you for downloading the free opt-in video, the Break the Stress Cycle, the 4 keys to moving from overwhelm to ease. Enjoy it. Have a great day. Thank you again. With love. This is Steve signing off. All right. Have a good day. All right. Bye.